In the beginning, God made the heavens and the earth. The earth was without shape and it was empty. Deep water covered the earth and everywhere was dark. The Spirit of God moved above the water. God said, "There will be light," and there was light. God saw that the light was good. He caused the light and the dark to be separate. God called the light day. He called the dark night. Evening passed and then it was the morning. That was the first day. Then God said, "A wider space will appear between the waters." So the waters will be in two separate places. So God made this wide space. He made the water under the space separate from the water that was above it. What God said happened. God called the wider space sky. Evening passed and then it was morning. That was the second day. God said, "The water that is under the sky will come together in one place. Then dry ground will appear." And what God said happened. God called the dry ground land. He called the water that had come together sea. God looked at what He made. He saw that it was good. Then God said, "The land will cause plants to grow. There will be plants with their seeds and trees with their fruits. And each plant of the tree will have its own seeds and fruits." And what God said happened. All kinds of plants and trees began to grow in the ground. The plants made the seed, the trees made fruits with seeds in them. Each plant made its own kind of seed. God looked at what He made. He saw that it was good. Evening passed and then it was morning. That was the third day. God said, "There will be lights all across the sky. They will make the day different from the night. They will show the seasons, days, and years. The lights in the sky will give the light to the earth." And what God said happened. God made two great lights. The brighter ruled over the day. The less bright ruled over the night. God also made the stars. God put all these lights in the sky to shine their light on earth. They were to rule over the day and night. They were to make the time of light separate from the time of dark. God looked at what He made. He saw that it was good. Evening passed and then it was morning. That was the fourth day. God said, "The waters will become full with many living things. Birds will appear and fly above earth, all across the sky." God made big animals to live in the sea. He made every different kind of living thing that filled the sea. He made every different kind of bird to fly in the sky. God looked at what He had made. He saw that it was good. God blessed the animals and the birds. He said to them, "Give birth to many young ones, so that you can grow in number. Fill all the water in the seas. The birds also should become very many across the earth." Evening passed and then it was morning. That was the fifth day. God said, "Different kinds of animals will now appear on the land. There will be farm." God said, "Different kind of animals will now appear on the land. There will be farm animals and wild animals. There will be also other small animals that will move along the ground. There will be many kinds of animals and each kind will be different." And what God said happened. God made the different kinds of wild animals and the different kinds of farm animals. He made all the different kinds of animals that move along the ground. God looked at what He made. He saw that it was good. Then God said, "We will make humans so that they are very much like us. They will rule over the fish in the sea and over the birds in the sky. They will rule over the farm animals. They will rule over the whole earth and all the animals that move along the ground. God made humans. He made them to be like Himself. He made some of them males and some of them females. God blessed them. He said to them, "Give birth to children, grow in number, fill the earth and rule over it, rule over fish in the sea, rule over the birds in the sky, rule over every different kind of living animal that move along the ground." Then God said, "Listen, I now give you every plant on the earth as your food. I give you every plant that has seed in it. I give you every tree that has fruit with seed in it. I give them to you for your food. I give to animals green plants for their food. I will be food for all the animals on the earth, all the birds in the sky, and all the animals that move along the ground. Everything that has life may eat every kind of green plant." And what God said happened. God looked at everything that He made. He saw that it was very good. Evening passed and then it was the morning. That was the 6th day. If you are watching till now, type in the comments, "I love Jesus." And the heaven and the earth and all the things in them were complete. And on the 7th day, God came to the end of all His work. And on the 7th day, He took His rest from all the work which He had done. And God gave His blessing to the 7th day and made it holy, because on that day He took His rest from all the work which He had made and done. These are the generations of the heaven and the earth when they were made. In the day when the Lord God made earth and heaven, there were no plants of the field on the earth, and no grass had come up, for the God had not sent a rain on the earth, and there was no man to do work on the land. But a mist went up from the earth, watering all the face of the land. And the Lord God made man from the dust of the earth, breathing into him the breath of life, and man became a living soul. And the Lord God made a garden in the east, in the Eden, and there He put the man whom He had made. And out of the earth the Lord made every tree to come, delighting the eye and good for the food. And in the middle of the garden the tree of life and the tree of knowledge of good and evil. And a river went out of Eden, giving the water to garden, and from there it was parted and became 4 streams. The name of the first is Pishon, which goes round about all the land of Havilah, where there is gold, and the gold of that land is good. There is bdellium and onyx stone. And the name of the second river is Gihon. This river rounds all the land of Cush. And the name of the third river is Tigris, which goes to the east of Assyria. And the fourth river is Euphrates. And the Lord God took the man and put him in the garden of Eden to do work in it. And the Lord God gave the man orders, saying, "You may feel freely to take of the fruit of every tree of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil you may not take, for on the day when you take of it, death will certainly come to you." And the Lord God said, "It is not good for the man be by himself. I will make one like himself as to help him." And from the earth the Lord God made every beast of the field and every bird of the air, and took them to the man to see what names he would give them. And whatever name he gave to any living being, that was his name. And the man gave names to all the cattle and to the birds of the air and to every beast of the field. But Adam had no one like himself as help. And the Lord God a deep sleep on the man and took one of the bones from his side while he was sleeping, joining up the flesh again in the place.